Hello, beautiful souls. This is Marna, and today we're talking about the Saturn and Pluto conjunction that today is kicking off a new 38-year cycle. Please remember these are general readings. If the message does not resonate with you, I'm sure it's going to resonate with someone else. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share so that this message can get out to the people who need to hear it. Coming into this conjunction, this is a big one. It happens roughly every 33 to 38 years. Pluto's on an elliptical orbit, so that does change when the conjunction happens. Previous conjunctions for Saturn-Pluto have been 1914, the start of World War I, 1947, with the decline of Germany and Japan following the end of World War II, 1982, with the start of the Great Recession. I'm sure you see the theme. Pluto-Saturn in conjunction exposes corruption. Exposing corruption is always bad for the stock market. And I think when you look at what is going on, not just with politics in the United States, but with political issues going on in Iran, with the political displeasure going on in Australia in response to the wildfires, with the policies that are being enforced in India, with shutting off internet access in certain parts of the area as they are fighting against Pakistan again. All of these are showing where things need to change. The Pluto-Saturn conjunction is in its entirety, the entire cycle, about determining who controls resources. These resources could be financial, they could be land. This is a time period when the universe is deciding who is going to be the caretakers for the next cycle. The last set of caretakers didn't do such a great job. Let's hope this next set has learned from those mistakes. Okay, so getting into the read, we are reading the energies that have to do with this cycle as it is coming in. Whew, and it's starting off heavy, isn't it, kids? Starting off, we have the moon. Things are not clear. It is not obvious right now which way things are going to go. And I think that's a pretty accurate statement of the way the world is at the moment. We are looking at a time period where we know where we would like to go. We just have no idea how to get there. We know, well, I just suddenly had popped to mind, thank you, Spirit, the Star Trek series. The way we got to interstellar exploration in that series was World War III knocked us down to nothing, and pockets of resistance built a better world from that. I am hoping that we do not need to be knocked down to nothing to begin building that better world. But right now, the pathway in front of us is not clear. It is not known what sacrifices we have to make as we are moving forward, or what sacrifices will be demanded of us to meet the desires of others if we do not hold firm on what our beliefs are. We are coming into a time period of fear. Like I said, every time this conjunction happens, the world goes to hell. For at least a little while. It always recovers. We're very resilient that way. But it goes to hell. My personal prediction is October we're going to have a stock market crash. That's part of the whole stellium in Capricorn cycle that is coming up. And I'm sure I will address that at some point in the future. But yeah, we can expect now for there to be volatility in how we view our finances. We can expect volatility in how we approach our government and what our government is willing to do. We can expect things to completely be insane for a while. And again, there's your lunar influence. Lunacy is going to become the norm. This is all going to spark transformation, not within the self, but on a planetary societal scale. These transformations, this is the death card. Some people will not live to see the other side. Those who do will see a world completely foreign to what we know now. Now, how you choose to prepare for that is entirely up to you. Some people will see this as an opportunity to get rich or die trying. Some people will see this as an opportunity to build a better planet. Where you choose to be, will determine where you are in history. Because make sure that you know every person is recorded in history, even if their name is not recorded in human terms. Where you choose to be, how you choose to go through this time period, matters. It matters from the point of view of how the world evolves, and it matters from the point of view of how your soul evolves. Because yes, your soul matters as much as anyone else's. A lot of people are going to start succumbing to despair, particularly those who feel that they have lost everything financially. I used to have it all and it is gone. This is going to be the mantra of so many people who are just going to give up because they cannot believe that they are having to start over again. And it doesn't matter if you've started over 2 or 3 times in the past. Having to do it again is what's going to be making it so hard for so many people. When you see this in your loved ones, don't hold it against them. This type of despair is a part of the death and rebirth process. You have to hit rock bottom before you start looking for a way to go up. Those who refuse to find a way up will die of their heartbreak. Think about 1928 when people saw the stock market crashed and their immediate response was to throw themselves out of high buildings. There are some people who will not have the fortitude to withstand this change that is coming. Society is going to completely revamp itself, and it is going to be more than some people can handle. That does not mean these people are weak. That does not mean these people should be viewed as not having the right stuff. This is going to be a time that is hard for all of us. So face these people in your life with compassion. At the same time, yes, you're facing people with compassion, but you are moving forward in your own life. That may mean that you're going to be leaving things behind. That may mean that you're having to face entirely new aspects of life. And that's part of the transition too. Remember, you're starting off out in the cold on your own, just like we start this entire journey of life. You are moving forward. You have the strength to face this on your own, or with just 1 or 2 people who mean the most to you, and rebuild. As hard as rebuilding is, you can do it. This may mean you have to scavenge in places. It may mean that you have to make deals that you're not happy about making. It may mean that you have to fight for where you belong. Hey, the Beastie Boys fought for our right to party in the 80s. We can fight for our right to live as we choose in the 20s. In all of this, through all of this, in surviving all of this, we are going to find depths of ourselves we never knew were there. We are going to find a newness in what is important to us. We are going to redefine who we are as people and have room to grow from that place. This process will pull us out of what society has expected of us. It will pull us out of where we have been stuck. Death leads to Judgment Day. Where are you willing to go when that horn sounds? Because it is entirely up to you. We are facing the Judgment Day of a new society, and it is up to you how you face that, how you handle it, how you grow from it. The world may burn around us, but there will be a new beginning from the ashes. We will rise up from this destruction that is coming. We are not going to let it beat us. As a species, we are not going to give in to the folly of rulers who are more concerned with lining their own pockets than they are with the good of mankind. We are not going to give in. We are not going to give in to any sort. What is that? Yeah, little teeny bug. There you have it. Little teeny bugs. That may be all that we are in society now. But that is what is going to survive this change. That is what is going to grow from this change. That is what is going to rebuild the world. Little teeny bugs like us. And that is as destiny expects. So when the dinosaurs were wiped out, that gave the small mammals a chance to start evolving into something new. And as the dinosaurs of our culture are wiped out in this new round of change, us little tiny mammals are going to have the chance to evolve ourselves. And it is up to us what we choose to follow. Are we going to go back to living a life of I've got mine, screw you? Or are we going to move forward evolutionarily and focus more on a spiritual life, focus more on moving forward for the greater good of mankind rather than the good of the individual? That is the choice that each of us is going to be making individually as we go through this period. And as you're faced with that choice, yeah, you're going to feel sometime when you need to go alone, when you need to think, when you need to study, when you need to decide where you're going to be. And in that process, realize that you are the one holding the lantern up for those who follow behind you. We have been feeling these things. We have been seeing these patterns. We have been the chosen light workers because we are strong enough to be the torchbearers of the future. We are strong enough to be moving forward instead of just following the crowd. And that is what leads to our ultimate satisfaction, our ultimate fulfillment. As we help the world evolve into a better place, that is where we find our satisfaction and our happily ever afters. So yeah, the next 30 some odd years is going to be rough. But in the end, as long as people like us persevere, we are the ones who are going to be leading the world into an era of enlightenment, an era of understanding the importance of the spirit as well as the physical. So, yeah, starting off rough, but I think in the long run it's going to be worth it. And I will talk to you tomorrow.